You don't need to rely on, for these kind of objects, no XML file changes, guys. We don't need to do any XML file changes. It can be completely customized from your instance itself using this configure object definitions, guys. Okay, this is the customization option to customize MDF foundation objects, and the same option to customize your generic objects as well, guys.
So Raghu, I have a small question here. This is Nitin. Okay, for the prior to 1505 year, using corporate data model is the requirement, right? To load.
That's the only option to load your foundation objects.
Correct. And after 1505, you're telling that that is not required for some of the objects.
Correct.
So that means corporate data model is not required for some of the objects, but for some of the objects,
yes,
we require corporate data model, right?
Correct.
So SAP will automatically remove these objects from the corporate data model, or it will give in both the options basically.
No. In 1505, what happened was, in 1505, yet it is there because it is transitioning, right? It is there in the XML file as well. But what they did is like they did a universal upgrade. It's not an option opt-in feature. But what they did is like in the instance, whenever you go to the manage organization page of structures, right? Whenever the moment you select legal entity, the system will determine, yes, the legal entity has been migrated to MDF foundation objects. It will automatically redirect you to the manage data option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
But
so basically, okay. The file, the data model will be same. Only some of the objects will move to metadata foundation, and the system knows that basically.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And so my question is like, we have no option to maintain now legal entity in the corporate in the manage pay or pay
no. We don't have that option, Nitin. We cannot do that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thanks, Raghu. Go ahead.
Okay. And so this is the configure object definition. Is slight difference, guys. We are configuring the structure. We are defining the structure, the properties of the fields inside your object. We are going to configure them using this configure object definitions. If you see here, I selected the object definition on the search side. You see here, object definition, and I want to look at what are the fields currently being used to capture your legal entity. Click on this legal entity. All the other things are country specific entities, guys. You don't need to worry about that at this moment. I'll talk about that in a minute. You see here, all these are the fields and their associated properties. If you open any of those fields, let's say if you are interested in looking at the details, click on this details. You see the field name and its associated the technical ID, external name, what is the maximum that it can hold, and there should be you can see visibility, editable, or it is only read only, or it is going to be hidden. Okay, all these things, the status is active, which means that we are using that field, and you can see the label. This is what is going to be displayed on the screen. So someone is asking the wheel why it is showing as wheel. Let's say if I want to change it to not this here, guys. So if I want to change these things, click on make correction, and if you go to the external name, click on this details. Let's say I want to keep it as legal entity name. We have a configuration workbook for these changes, so these sort of changes, configuration changes. We will follow that, guys. To do all those requirements, click on done, and it is being now displayed as legal entity name. You can see nothing but the field definitions and their associated properties, and you have the associations.
Raghu, this is Paresh.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Yeah, it is like this property which you are showing is like in SAP HR, or when we are going F1 technical help, it is like a domain name and data element. It is the same thing.
No, it's not help. 1 second. Yeah. Sort of like it's not something when you click on F1 you will be able to see those details, right? But this is the configuration, the backend configuration. Say if you go to data dictionary, right? In SAP, if you go to data dictionary and if you want to look at the properties of a table or a structure, You'll put the structure name, and when you open that, right, you'll be able to see this is the ID of that particular field and what the data that it can hold, what type of data that it can hold, and what is the maximum length of the data it can hold. Those kind of details we are going to configure under this configure object definition.
Yeah, that is what I mean. Whether we will go to SE11 and see the data table definition.
Correct.
It was this. That was. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll configure those things, but I'm just showing you the difference between how you are going to populate the data or the records, or how you are going to configure the object itself. Okay, this is the customization tool that we are going to use, configure object definitions, and you're going to maintain the data using this manage data manage data option, guys.
Raghu, Sunil here.
Yes, Neil.
Is it possible to repeat the same thing if it's possible?
Yeah, sure. 1 second. Yeah, I know, like, there will be a little bit of confusion here. See, one thing is populating data or the records. So for that, if still the objects are part of your corporate data model, you have to use the manage org pay and job structure option to create these records. But if it is migrated to MDF Foundation objects, you have to use the manage data option. Okay. And say, coming to the configuration side, you're populating the records as an end user. Just let me finish this, guys. Can you just hold on for your question for a minute? So the next thing is going to be, you have to configure the structure itself, or you have to configure the object itself. So for that, if it is part of your, still the object is part of your corporate data model, you have to work on the XML file, your corporate data model XML file, and you have to load that into your provisioning system. Okay, and if it is migrated to MDF Foundation objects, you can use configure object definition, and this is in your instance itself, guys. You don't need to look at your provisioning account to do these changes. Is that clear, Sunil?
Somewhat.
It's pretty simple, guys. One is you're populating the data. End users are your HRs might be HR generalist, or someone might be populating your legal entities. They are creating a couple of legal entities or departments, divisions. That is nothing but you're populating the data or creating a new records for these type of entities. These are the different foundation object entities, right? But you have to configure, as a consultant, you have to configure these things, right? What fields needs to be constitute your legal entity in your organization. Say a client A can have 10 fields to capture the legal entity of their organization. Client B can have 20 fields to capture the legal entity of their organization. So each client have their own fields to define a legal entity or any of these entities. So that you are going to configure the object itself. And for that configuration, if it is part of corporate data model which is not migrated yet, you have to do the changes in your XML file. You'll be a little bit more clear when you start configuring, guys. But you can see if they are migrated to MDF Foundation objects, you have to use the configure object definition administrative tool in your instance itself to configure those objects.
So you're going to work on one as an example?
Yeah, we'll work on both the ways of doing the changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raghu, as far as the organizational structure is concerned, how do you create the organizational structure in SuccessFactors?
Yeah.
If you go in the SAP HR, of course you use Nakisa or some other tool to create the structure.
Yeah. I'll show you how you're going to create the organization structure. You will be able to see that when we are building these associations between the different types of entities or objects here, Rajiv.
Okay, and then the MDF Foundation. How often you'll have to create these objects through MDF?
No, it's a one-time configuration. During the time of your project implementation, you'll be doing this. After that, if you have any enhancements, you'll carry out that. But usually, it is more of like a one-time activity during the time of your project implementation, Rajiv.
Okay. And so if you have new fields, you need to add new fields. Those with enhancements, correct?
Yes. What we'll be doing, guys? Right now, you have seen the foundation object, right? Let me finish this employment object, personal object, generic objects. Then we'll start configuring those objects, guys. Populating data anyone can do, but your configuration goes, or you should know what the configuration, all these things, guys. And
Right, Raghu, just one quick question on this one. As you said before, 1505, if you had to customize anything, it would be done through an XML file, but now it's done through the instance itself. And you were talking about that. You said that there were only few foundation objects which were migrated. You have given a list. You have told us that these were transferred. Which ones are not?
your GeoZone location group location are not migrated yet to your MDF foundation objects or it is the MDF platform. You can easily identify, guys. If you go to your instance and if you search in the manage there, or if you go to manage org and page job structure, if you don't find that over there in the manage org and page job structure, which means that it is migrated to MDF foundation objects. To populate the records in MDF foundation objects, you can go to the manage data. Let's say I don't know whether a particular object has been migrated to MDF foundation objects or not. Usually I'll go to the manage organization pay and job structures tool. Let me go there. And say here you can see I am selecting a legal entity. You see here I want to create a legal entity. I am in the manage organization pay and job structures. The moment I click on legal entity, you can see there is a alert message legal entity has been migrated to MDF. Click here to access legal entity under the MDF foundation objects, which means that this object has been migrated to MDF foundation object. Say when I select locations, see I don't see that message, which means location is still part of your foundation objects coming from your corporate data model. That is how you can, even though if you don't know, you can identify that by going to this manage organization pay and job structure. Samir.
Sweet.
So Raghu, move to the MDF object because the reason why, because our release is 1508.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. We'll be working on the 1508 release, guys. You can see here. So,
Raghu, can you also share the updates that have come in 1508? We don't have access to the partner portal and it's not online yet.
pardon, what it is, Samir?
We don't have access to the partner learn portal or any of the portals yet. So I just wanted to see what are the new things in 1508.
Yeah, I downloaded that. Samir, I will be sending out the 1508 release notes probably after the session. Okay, I downloaded that yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll send it to everyone, guys. Don't worry about that. That's not a big deal. But let me continue, guys. So the other entities under your foundation objects are your job function and your basically all these whether an employee is a full-time employment type. I don't need to mention about the fields, guys. The objects here usually, and your pay groups, pay grades, all these things, your pay range, everything goes into your pay component, everything goes into your foundation objects. Okay,